Heard you a snitch, nigga be quiet cause you could get bitch. I keep a chopper, it's loaded. Hop with the rolls, got my name on the curtain. Fucking your thought and I do that for certain. And I stay clean like detergent. Popping on Xannies and popping on Perk. Burn up on me, you get cooked like a turkey. I just want this bitch inside of Billy. I'm open no roof, got stars up on the roof. So my freedom.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 of What If Izuku Midoriya Was Plasmus. I'ma probably do another Teen Titans villain, but I don't know who, because I'm not making him a cyborg, because that shit is so overdone. It hurts me to think about. It actually hurts. But, yeah, no, it's just kinda, it's not my thing. But, yeah, no. When it comes down to it, let's get in. Last left off with Izuku punching Mirio in the jaw as he let Eri go and Chisaki got a further enough distance away. Getting back to the Night Eye's little station that he got himself set up in at that moment. Excuse me. Ends up talking about some specifics, more importantly, how Izuku could have probably won against Chisaki. But the more important thing for him is, more or less, it is a version of how the fuck are we gonna deal with this syndrome in all reality? Because they don't know how the fuck they should tackle it, because they don't know where the fuck he lives yet. And since everything's like so rocky, it's just weird. Like, everyone's kinda on edge because there were no new like little appearances, a trigger. The quirk erasing bullets are not leaked. And yeah, no, that's literally it. But there have been multiple heroes being attacked by villains who are hopped up on trigger. Which then eventually involves like, hey, everyone needs to get on this, or one of you might be next, and they might follow you to your house and like get your family type shit. StarCraft. We need more additional pylons. Anyway. Fuck. But, yeah, no. When it comes down to Izuku at this moment, he's just kinda... To be honest, he's just kinda talking to Mina. That's... Like, him and Gray are just talking with Mina. You know, and like their friends from UA that they kind of beat the shit out of. He did apologize and like eventually ended up going to Mina's house, who eventually he ended up meeting Mina's mother and father. Izuku and them ended up having a conversation. The dad eventually, like, when Mina wasn't in the room, asked, like, hey, yo, are you guys dating? He's like, no. She's like a sister to me. She's not like that. And like, there's like an air of familiarity almost. Like, he keeps having something click in his head when he looks at Mina's mom, and he doesn't know what. It's just like this sixth sense in the back of his head, like you know this person and you have seen her before, but he doesn't remember from where. Mina's mother, as she like looked into Izuku's eyes, she kind of remembered a incident where she hid a case of cheating from the husband. And like, it's kind of hitting her too. Like, it's like, there's no way this could be that kid, right? Like, no way. Like that's the kind of level that she's on at the moment. She's wondering if that's the kid that she ended up giving away. And when, like, the father's kind of picking up on something. He doesn't know what, but he decides to, like, talk to her after Mina and, like, him leave, because apparently he was just picking her up to go to the arcade. So, when he's there, and, like, Izuku and Mina left, he's just like, do you know that kid? And it's like, like, that's because Mina's mom is not a good liar. Like, she's just kind of not good at it. Like, some people are just not gifted at lying. Like I am. But, but, when it comes down to it, what happens is, pretty simple. Ah, fuck, I accidentally brushed my mic. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm just yawning a lot and I'm tearing up. So, I'm like moving my mic out of the way fucking constantly. That's my fault. But, when it comes down to it, she does eventually tell him, not exactly about the child, but like, he looks familiar. And that's basically it. Like, it's something enough to get him off her case. But like, she needs to like do some research on this kid and basically do some private eye shit. So when like Izuku comes back, they are invited in for dinner, all that other shit. And he ends up talking with Mina's mom. They have a pretty straightforward and decent chat. It's nothing big, but it's nothing small either. Like, just asking, like, wanting to get to know this kid. And for one, the first thing that goes off, the orphanage name. That right there damn near for her solidifies that shit, because she remembers that name, because that's where her son was. She did name him Izuku. I'm just gonna say that now. She was the one that named him. And no, Mina's mother in this is not Inko. Stop it. Anyway, I mean, it's not Inko Midoriya or anything. It just wasn't Inko. Izuku's father in canon was the one who Mina's mom. But yeah, no. But back to the important bits. They end up keep talking and talking. He does catch on. This is kind of like an info gathering thing. Why is it like this? And like he is this entire fucking time. It's like, and he just finally kind of says it. Do I know you from somewhere? Like at all? Like have I seen you before? It's like what? Not to my knowledge. It's like because like there's something like clicking and like scratching at the back of my head. It's just like, nah, you know this person. It's like, nah, whatever. It's like, are you sure? It's like, no, haven't met you. It's like, alright. So eventually the day would end, he would go home. And that woman, after that conversation, like, is freaking out a little bit. Like, just like, oh, fuck. Like, just having, like, the worst time. Because in her mind, they're dating. So, like, she's kind of, like, grossed out because they don't know. And she doesn't want to tell them. Because that would risk a divorce with her husband. Because that was like, when Izuku was born, they were married for 3 years. And it was a one-night stand situation. Izuku's dad didn't even know she got pregnant. So that's why Inko ended up happening. So, in all intensive purposes, Izuku has another sibling that he doesn't even fucking know about. But that's not going to be relevant in the series. But like, Mina and his mom. I am bad today. Jesus. That's how you could tell I haven't napped today. So, yeah. But yeah, no. Izuku and Mina's mom have some fucking similarities. Like, their fucking nervous tics. Their, like, eye color is different. But, like, just their mentality and the way they hold themselves is like looking in a fucking mirror. Like, they have damn near the exact same mannerisms. All basically the same shit. Like, the only different thing is, like, one of their hair. Well, it's more like Izuku's eyes are a different shade of green in this one. Because in this one, they're more like a yellowish, like a sickly green. Like a greenish, like yellowish green because of the Mina's mother's eyes. But when it comes down to it, it is a like his father. I mean, like, not his father, but like Mina's dad also did kind of notice this, just a little bit, just a tiny bit, just like, huh? He looks a lot like my wife. Why does this kid look a lot like my wife? It's like, oh, like it, like eventually, like after a week of him mulling it over in his head, he's like, what he was able to do, because he works at a doctor's office, right? And some of Izuku's DNA, I'm just going to flat out say, is on file because his shit needs to be, like, checked. Because Like I said, he is a nuclear power plant, basically, just walking around in the middle of the street. Like, that's basically Izuku. Filled to the brim with toxic waste. Just like all that bad shit. So, he gets some of his mother's DNA. I mean, not his mother's, but Mina's mom's DNA. And, like, grab some of the DNA of Izuku's. Like, not a noticeable amount, but just enough for a sample. And, yeah, no, When he figures this out, he's pretty fucking mad. So, like, he has a daughter. He has a daughter with this woman. So, what he does, he folds it up, the results up, puts it in his pocket, cleans everything up, makes sure there is zero evidence of him doing this, except for this one sheet of paper. And, like, when Mina's out going to UA, just taps her on the shoulder. And it's like, yes, honey? Come in the front room and sit down for a minute. I gotta talk about something. And, like, usually his pitch is kind of cheery. This one's not angry. It's more of a disappointed. And, like, when he comes out and he, like, pulls out the paper and shows it to her. And the fact that it was a DNA test without her knowledge, or the knowledge of anyone, matter of factly. And it directly linked her and Izuku. And he just flat out said, so are you going to explain? And that is where we're going to end it. I hope, that's where we're going to end it, because that seems like a fun cliffhanger. Hope all of you enjoy all that shit. Yeah.